we continue scoring 2010. Here with a 2010 political outlook, and it's going to be quite a political year, is Leslie Marshall. She is radio host of nationally syndicated radio program, The Leslie Marshall Show, aptly named. Also joining us is Michael Reagan. He is president of the Reagan Legacy Foundation and founder of the Reagan Group. Good to see you both. Thanks for being here. Okay. 2010, there is going to be a midterm election. We haven't had one that's this important, I think, since 1994. Mr. Reagan, who do you think is going to come out on top, and by how much?
Well, I think it always seems to go to that party which is in the second position going into that race. I mean, we lost the last election, last two elections, big time. But you look at this election right now. You have 36 senators up, all of the Congress, 37 governors up. And right now, we've won 2 governorships in the last couple of months. I think we're going to win big in 2010 if the Obama administration stays on the same track that they're on.
Can you give me a number, particularly on the Senate? I won't hold you to a number on the House side, but what about the Senate?
David, I'd be happy if we get enough to stop them from having 60 votes to pass anything through like they just did with health care. If we pick up 3 or 4 or 5, it would be wonderful. If we pick up enough to stop them from having the 60-vote majority in that Senate, listen, that's great.
All right. Leslie, you are the them that Michael was just talking about. Is it conceivable that Democrats could hold on to what they now have?
Yeah, honestly, right now, and of course it's early, the predictions, the forecasters, the polls that I see, really, even as a liberal Democrat, I'll say it looks like we're going to lose a seat in Louisiana. But I don't think right now we're asking ourselves how many seats Democrats are going to lose, rather how many seats Republicans can hold on to. I see from my research that we're looking at 8 definitive seats that are going to be grabbed up by Democrats that have either been currently have Republican incumbents or are open votes that were held by Republicans formerly.
So let me just make sure I understand you right, Leslie. You're saying that Republicans are actually going to lose more in the midterms?
Yes, I do believe they will. According to the current polls, yes.
Michael, what do you think of that?
Yes.
Well, you look at the current polls. You have Barack Obama falling in the polls. You have the Congress of the United States lower than the President of the United States. You have the Senate down there also low in the polls. Right now, it is set up for the Republicans. But the Republicans only will win if they figure out a way to build a coalition within their own party and work together. You know, right now, if there was an election held today, to be honest, David, they'd vote for Glenn Beck. To be the President of the United States, be a congressman and a senator. But Glenn's not running for any of those offices.
Well, that's a great
He's running
point.
To the bank. Republicans need to come up with their own leader, with their own voice.
Leslie, the fact is that for all of the power of the Tea Party movement, and it has significant power, I think even you would admit that, it hasn't coalesced into a particular political force. The Republican Party hasn't found a way to corral it, and it doesn't have specific figures that folks can go out to vote for. So for that reason, for all the power of this movement, it might not have the political impact in 2010 a lot of people say it will.
You know what? I love you guys, but let's be honest. And we're talk show hosts, Michael. 1 in 4 Americans get their news from talk radio. And although we have some people in politics that are or were talk show hosts, many of the people out there shouldn't be voting for us. We should do what we do best, which is stick to talk radio, television, etc. Having said that, though,
Leslie, you know what I'm talking about.
Wait. Let me talk to the Tea Party. Please let me talk about the Tea Party, Dave. Please.
Hold on. Go ahead, Leslie, quickly.
Yeah, thank you. You know what? There's a certain person that I won't mention the name of, we all love, on your sister network, who chided my buttocks for saying that although the Tea Party made a lot of noise, I don't think it's going to make any noise when we look at the polls and we look at the outcome in the midterm elections. And so far, I think I'm right, and I think we'll see after the elections that I am right.
Michael, what about the fact, as I mentioned before, that for all the power of these movements, these protest movements that are unhappy with what's going on in Washington, it hasn't really coalesced into a significant party that can challenge whoever, whether Republican or Democrats, the incumbents?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Is the Republican Party needs to find a way to come together and work together towards the end, which is defeating the Democrats in 2010. But, David, that's at the national level. Look what's going on at the state level. You already have 2 governorships that switched over to the Republicans. 37 governorships up next year in the United States of America. And Republicans are looking very good in those races at the state level. So what the national party needs to do is find out what they're doing right in the states and then take that same idea, take it on the national level, and start winning back, shall we say, Reagan Democrats.
We have so much more to talk
Party.
about, but we have so little time to do it. Leslie, in just 10 seconds, can you tell me what is going to happen to Barack Obama over the next year in 2010? Is he going to moderate more towards the middle? Is he going to stay where he is? Is he going to change at all?
Well, I think obviously based on things that happen as we saw on Christmas, there will be diversions that the president will not be able to avoid and shouldn't avoid for the security of America. I think we're going to see him push forth more legislation that he promised in his platform that got him elected. I think we'll continue to see numbers that are good on the president in the polls and will rise. And I do think that will happen, obviously, and correlate with the economy, which I really think and hope, obviously, will improve in 2010.
It's been a roller coaster ride for him. Where do you think he goes in 2010, Michael?
I got to tell you, Barack Obama, I know Bill Clinton. He's a friend of mine, and Obama's no Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton moved to the center to, in fact, win re-election. I don't think Barack Obama knows where the center is. He's so far on the left and being ruled by the left. So I think he's not going to get better. He's going to get progressively worse in the future, which is going to open up the door for a lot of Republicans to be elected in 2010 and open the door even bigger for 2012.
Well, Leslie Marshall, Michael Regan,
I don't think moving to the left makes it worse.
We hope you both have an incredibly successful year in 2010 and come back and see us again soon. Appreciate it. Good to see you both.
Thank you.